John was a very good friend and got me back to where I died, pretty much, a little before I died. I don't care, though. It's just, I hate this, you know?
Hey, you're going fast now.
Yeah, I took a bit of a breather. I kind of laid down in the hallway for a little bit.
I sure took a picture.
Yeah, you didn't expect it. You didn't expect to open the door, and I was just laying on the other side. I opened the door.
He was 5 feet away in the fetal position.
Yeah, I guess we can recreate it. Either way, I then came in the room and I laid down in bed for a little bit. That we do have a picture of. I just recuperated a little bit, and now we're back. Why is there a checkpoint? Why is there still more? Why? Wait, was that a 1-up? Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay, I have 7 lives. That's something. That's something. Did you even die once? Did you replay this and die once?
He did not die at all.
No, I died once.
Oh yeah, you died once.
And I got a 1-up, then I died. So it was effectively neutral after I got a few more 1-ups.
Listen, I get that I'm bad at video games. I've made this
also, it helped that
but this game's
I also
terrible.
Seen you go through this level like 2 times by now, so I knew what the 1-ups were.
Game's fucking dog shit. I hate this game, alright? I'm bad at games, but like, this game is bad at... This game's also bad at games. This sucks.
So we left off on Jinro, so we're now on to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I've seen, the first part I've seen of the show was actually the ending of part 3.
Was that the first part of the show you saw? You mean
Yeah.
with Jotaro's, Jotaro's bus punching?
No, I was just gonna say the whole, like, Dio fight.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as Dio was, like... I think I saw the episode before Dio showed up, and then every other episode after. So basically the ending of the show. That part of the show. And then after that, I saw, I think it's called Battle Tendencies.
Yeah. Did you see Phantom Blood?
I just started that. I'm on episode 2, I think.
Well, Phantom Blood comes first, and then it's Battle Tendency, and then Stardust Crusaders.
I saw the one with Jonathan Joestar. One of the best JoJo's. If not the best JoJo. Because he's the only one I've actually seen.
Well, honestly, the JoJo's really get better as you go on. It depends. People will say, JoJo's is the best, but funny enough, I have people, or particularly friends, who don't like JoJo's that much, and they've seen a lot of it.
I definitely don't take it as like a serious show,
You have to jump up on the pole.
It's one of those shows where it's most exciting.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
It's most exciting when you watch with other people,
Oh yeah, and that's the reason why it just has so many memes around it, because it's just such it's a bizarre adventure, and it just is so, it's just crazy. It is a fun time.
No.
It is a fun time, so.
Dude, this is bad.
I think you're almost at the end.
I'm either at the end or there's 30 more minutes of this, and no in between. Oh, thank you. Fuck this game.
So JoJo's.
I'm like what? 10%.
Might be 12. And what's Joker game? Is that based off the Batman Joker?
It is actually not. It has nothing to do with that. Joker game is essentially about Japanese spies in World War II that are spread across the world. The only problem with Joker game is it's just kind of a 12-episode series with 12 episodic episodes about each spy that is introduced at the beginning of the show, and they're in completely different areas during World War II. One I think is in America, but then one's in Germany or France. I think another might be in Germany. I'm not aware. They're in all different places. Some are some stay in Japan. It's a thriller of a show. It's pretty good. I liked it for the most part when I watched it, but it's not something that I would say I would go back to. I think you would enjoy it. It's an interesting little show. It's very short too.
Kid on the
Slopes.
Snowboarding show?
No, it's actually about kids in a high school who form a jazz band. And it's just about very classical jazz pieces. I think one of the main characters is a lot like Bill Evans. Another one's a lot like Miles Davis. Good show. I was going to watch it. Okay. So, I had not watched Kids on the Slopes yet.
What's a Koro Kana... The Staples kind of Connect? Koro Connect?
Koriki Connect, you mean? That's another rom-com, but it has essentially a science fiction element or a supernatural element to it. It's pretty good. I liked it. I don't think it would be your cup of tea, but definitely a pretty okay show. Again, like I said, it's essentially about a group of kids or a group of kids, I think, formed like a cult club.
Damn.
No, like an occult club or a supernatural club, and then they actually get into situations with the supernatural or the occult. They get like mixed up in situations like that. At times it can be pretty dramatic and pretty good. So.
And what's Kaiju?
Oh, Kyosu Gaiga. That's an interesting show. It's kind of an art house show. It's very difficult to describe because it's pretty much almost about gods. Like Japanese deities.
Yeah.
It's still very anime, but it's very much like an art house show. The best way of describing the plot summary is essentially like it takes place in like an alternative version of Kyoto that adds like elements from like feudal Japan with like the modern world in a very like surrealist type way. And essentially, like, this family that lives in Kyoto, I think, no, what it is essentially, like, a monk, like, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago had, like, produced this painting that was so real, or this, like, essentially this, like, rendition of Kyoto that was so real that it became its own Kyoto. And for, like, essentially hundreds of years, it is, like, developed separately from Kyoto.
Inside the painting, there's like a pocket dimension.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kyoto City.
And like all of like the people in it are like were produced by this monk who essentially like drew this world. And again, they take on very mythical like characters in and of themselves. They're very mythical, very kind of very associated with that type of tradition and stuff. But I think at its heart, it's a kind of a family narrative about like a broken family coming together and coming to kind of come back together after they've kind of split apart. It's an interesting show. I don't know if you would go for it.
I don't think so either.
But I'll say it's interesting.
And we're back in Detroit.
Become human.
Yeah. Everything is destroyed.
Detroit become Hank. I love that game.
Detroit become Hank.
Detroit become Mr. Krabs. I love the game.
I huff propane.
What's the legend?
I huff Krabby Patties.
What's Legend of the?
I think that's Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I have not seen it. That supposedly is the greatest anime ever produced. I have not seen.
Really?
It is essentially like a super epic space opera, like on a scale like really no anime has ever reproduced. The whole thing about it is like if you watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes, you never need to watch anything ever again because you've seen everything. Because Legend of the Galactic Heroes is everything.
That seems way too ambitious and prone to failure.
Yeah, and I have not seen it yet. I just know a lot about it. If you look it up, literally, it's just like supposedly like the greatest thing ever. But for the most part, for like on a more serious note, it's really like a classic space opera in the sense that there's these big epic like fleet battles in space. And you have these like larger than life characters who have these great ambitions and goals that are very fascinating to watch them develop and have relationships with one another throughout the show, and how those relationships develop and change and morph as the show goes on. It's very long too, so you get to really see these characters develop for over a very long period of time.
Is Magical Warfare the show where the fantasy armies try to invade modern day Japan?
That is not Gate. We watched Gate. I dropped Gate with you. Magical Warfare.
That concept seems way too cool to just blow like they did, you know?
Yeah. See, I feel Gate was an isekai, and I could talk about isekais all day on the channel here. My life is a nightmare. Going back to this whole isekai thing, or essentially going into another world, and in particular, often a video game-esque world, like a Dragon Quest-esque video game world. That's often like the thing in a lot of these other world narratives, these isekai narratives. A lot of people even argue that isekai isn't really a genre, but particularly in a lot of anime, it takes on very familiar tropes with this whole like fantasy setting that's like a video game, often not just like a fantasy setting on its own.
That's what I wanted, dude.
I think you can.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
Fuck this. It's gonna kill me.
I think it like just are like, yeah, we're gonna give you the Jeep, but if you don't want it, just leave it. Like,
yeah.
I think
I'm totally gonna end up needing it though. That's the worst part.
No, if you need it, they'll give you another one.
I mean, I guess. Listen, I feel like I said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Like, I know I'm bad at video games. That's not the problem here. But like, the game doesn't feel rewarding. It just feels terrible. The camera is shit. This is like everyone's ragged this game hell and back many times before. I'm not adding anything to the conversation, but I fucking hate this goddamn fucking stupid ass game.
Like, John, I wonder.
It feels like
to be
shit.
honest,
Yeah.
your retrospective on Sonic's file.
Yes.
What would you say? Like,
Well, Sonic
You
and
breezed through that a
Shadow
lot faster than I thought you would.
mechanically are very similar.
yeah.
But they're different in all the worst ways.
No,
I would guess.
No, like when I got Andrew, or like when Andrew had that meltdown and like left,
Yeah.
Accurate.
and then I like got him up to that other point, the point he was at before. Playing Sonic campaign
Bless you.
definitely helped me get to that point, but I'm not sure if it was as bad. Like, no, granted.
Shadow's the easy part of the campaign, as I've been told.
Well,
Quote unquote.
now that I'm thinking about this, I'm actually thinking of all the times, like the run fast levels, where I just go flying off in oblivion.
Yeah.
I feel like Shadow's a lot easier.
Yeah, no, it is. I acknowledge that. That is 100% why we tasked me with Shadow, because it's the easier one, and I'm bad at video games. And I get that. Just because it's the best part and, like, the easiest part, doesn't mean that it's any good. It's bad. It's a bad game.
If you hit A and X, you can shoot lightning bolts.
Sure. Like, you know. It's just, I don't know. And it's like, I'm trying to pay attention. I think I said this off camera. I'm trying to pay attention to the plot where you guys talk, but like, it just doesn't. It's just not.
You remember how to
It
do
does
the
not
rails,
retain.
right?
Yeah, well, yes, okay.
You gotta target them.
No, that's what we were
Isn't
doing.
it-
Run
isn't
the
the
first
bumpers?
time. No, actually, well, I
Whoa!
like.
Yeah, I think it's the bumpers, like you were saying, John.
No,
Don't
it
listen to me.
is. That's not what I'm being like.
No. I saw what you got hit in the air with a teleporting phoenix, and then a worm came out.
It's not the bumpers.
Oh.
I'm hitting the bumpers and it does not work. I have to manually jump on this one. The thing that
Good
I was
luck.
doing. Actually, wait. Yep. Nope. Yep. That's this game.
Rails the level.
That's where I think I got it from in Forces, because you literally have to manually do it in this game. Oh, I am dead inside.
Mayowo?
Oh! That is a curious little series. Pretty much, the synopsis of it is essentially a hero in a stereotypical fantasy world goes to fight the Demon Lord.
Yeah.
Figures out the Demon Lord is a queen, and a very cute queen at that, and then helps her to repair relationships between the demons and the humans.
Demons are bad.
Yeah, I know, but she's not that bad. She's actually very nice.
But
And the hero is a nice guy too, and he understands, wow, you're very nice, and I should help you to repair relationships between the demons and humans. And so the show is pretty much based around them doing this, but like in such a way that like is rational, that most fantasy stories will never like get to, where it's like, oh, we just gotta like follow this like chosen one plot. Like, no, this is more like, how could she like repair the lives, say, the peasantry by like giving them like better access to like farmland and like, you know, like resources, and how can she do this, that, and the other thing and like help the world, you know what I mean?
Is this
And-
modern day or like
no, this is a fantasy setting. It's like the most generic fantasy setting you can ever imagine. Again, the hero is literally, I think his literal name is just Hero.
What's Madoka box?
Madoka Box?
Madoka box?
Essentially, it's like a supernatural school show.
Does
Like
Madoka mean shoe? School?
no, it does not.
What does Madoka mean?
It's I think it's the name of the big heroine in the show.
But isn't there a show called Madoka Magica?
But her name isn't Madoka.
Yeah, I'm confused now.
Actually, I think her name is Madoka. Yeah, I think it is Madoka.
Where do I go?
But again,
Oh.
with Madoka Box, well, you have to understand too.
Stupid.
A lot of times, John, these names are like normal names. They're not like weird. Like, oh, for example, you could have two characters who are named like Ray. For example, you have like Ray from like Neon Genesis Evangelion, and then you have Ray from essentially March Comes In Like a Lion. Two different Rays, and both are actually different genders. They have the same name. Because
Okay.
often names, you know, in Japanese aren't necessarily like gendered as they might be more, again, mean a certain concept or be a certain kanji.
That is so mean.
Or
Why
character
would you allow that?
like defines their name. But then you also might have some gendered names. But often it's not like our society where, like, again, we have, like, very particular gendered names. Again, Madoka Box is essentially like a high school supernatural show, or I don't think it's actually supernatural. It might just be a high school. You might categorize it as a rom-com, but I really wouldn't, because it's mostly just about, like, the student council president, kind of like in the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, kind of like keeping the school in check. I wouldn't say it's anything like impressive. It's not something I would say like, oh my god, I like remember this super well, you know.
Now we're on to Megalobox.
It is a boxing show. It is about boxing, particularly futuristic boxing, where people now, where now boxers don't just have their boxing gloves. People now don't have their boxing gloves. They also have these, like, essentially, like, cybernetic equipment, or like cybernetic equipment that like increases their like ability to box now.
See, that's on me. That one's on me. That one's me being bad. I can't get upset with that. That's not the problem.
Anyways, yeah, Megalobox is essentially is a sci-fi about like boxers in the future who have these like essentially like cyborg suits that allow them to fight better. Yeah. And the whole thing is essentially the main character, his name is Joe. First starts off with this
is he Joe Swanson from Family Guy?
No, I would say the best way of describing Megalobox is it's like a rags to riches type story where the main character starts as like a poor kind of boxer in like the underground, and he works his way up to like the big like boxing tournament, and people are separated based on like how good their equipment is often.
Yeah.
But Joe's big claim to fame is that he doesn't need this special equipment to beat people, and so he just fights people with just like as a boxer. Yeah, it's just a boxer.
Like a normal boxer.
Yeah.
Well, I may or may not have accidentally turned off the Xbox with my big toe by accident.
Yep, so
is our recording still going?
Now it is.
Yeah.
So that's what that random cut was. We'll be back after a brief ad intermission when we were like kind of where we were, I guess.
This is the part where you kill me?
You should start the timer.
Oh, sorry, dude.
It's not like it was. If it was the last level, I would have actually killed you. It was towards the end of the last level.
I want the white shit. Oh.
19.
Shut up. Until it's like 100, I'm in pain. These levels are so fucking long. I've had like a mostly flawless run, and it's still like I don't even know how far I am, and it's been like.
You know what I think it is? I think it's just these levels are longer, but then you get more progress in them. That's the reason why like you got so much progress in just doing that one level. You know what I mean?
No, I
think that's what it is.
I don't know, man.
Because like remember in Sonic, you never got this much progress in his levels.
No, it was always like 5% no matter what.
Out of like this was like literally like 5, and then went to like what is it like?
Well, I got to 7 when
so
I
like
died.
you only got 7%, like or
like 12, yeah.
Yeah, 12% pretty much.
I don't know how much they add plot into that, but I mean, shit.
Might be.
I literally don't know.
I actually would say that it probably is just the levels are extra long.
I'd assume.
Because it's pretty much you're just redoing Sonic almost, but with some different equipment and different gear. I think we're back.
No, we were definitely back.
Oh.
I just, it's just not fun. That's the problem. It's just not fun.
Okay. And now you're in a glider.
Oh, cool. Just what I wanted.
Now you're in a glider.
You gotta blow up the infrastructure.
Why is this a thing? There's no... At least like with the cars, it's like, oh, you found the cars or whatever. There's no explanation for this.
How did you find this Jeep in like the post-apocalyptic future?
I mean, I don't understand that. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying at least they like try to be like, oh, well, you know, and... You know, maybe I'm arguing something that doesn't need to be argued. Maybe I'm just arguing something.
You're gonna run out of health in that glider.
I didn't even notice that it had health. I just saw my rings weren't going down.
Oh my gosh, you missed a 1-up.
Yeah, I realized. I think if I die, I'm just at the beginning of this hang glider segment,
yeah.
So it is what it is.
Andrew, are you telling me on this list you've seen Naruto 2 times?
I'm talking about Naruto and Naruto Shippuden.
Did I?
Or rather, I'm putting Naruto and Naruto Shippuden there, because again, I've been watching them now, and I've watched a lot of them in the past.
And what's a Gundam Seed? And why have you watched it twice?
Gundam Seed has 2 seasons.
Okay.
So, that's the reason why I put 2. Probably just because it has more than one, like, 20 4 25-episode season or 26.
Okay.
Because a lot of times what I do is, like, if, say, like, there was a show and it was, like, way longer than, like, or if it's, like, for example, like, something like Full Metal Alchemist, and it has, like, both the 2003 Full Metal Alchemist and the Brotherhood, then I put 2 to be, like, there were 2 different Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Gundam, again, is a mech show. A lot of people don't like Seed, though. I wouldn't say Seed is bad, but I would say it's not as good as some of the other Gundams. Gundam is a whole different, like, can of worms than most anime, so.
Oh, okay.
What's Mononoke?
Princess Mononoke? It's a Ghibli film.
What's
Damn
that?
it.
Princess Mononoke?
Yeah.
It's about essentially a Amishi boy, or essentially the Amishi were a tribe of like indigenous Japanese people that lived in Japan before like a large migration of
What just happened? Like that, like, right, like that was weird.
You tempted fate.
What did I do? I was trying to progress the level. What
That's
do you
how
mean?
you tempted fate.
Oh, sure, okay, fine.
You have to
Sure, yeah,
listen
it's
to
my
me talk
fault.
about the Amishi. Anyways, you gotta listen.
What?
Listen about the Amishi, John.
I literally.
They were an indigenous people of Japanese people who lived on Japan before Korean migrants came to Japan and the population became more diverse. In any case, essentially, it's about like this tribe of Amishi who are attacked by a corrupted boar spirit.
Okay.
And the boar spirit ultimately, tells Ashitaka, I think that's the main character's name, Ashitaka, that, like, I have been corrupted by, by man and their objects. And he finds, like, this big cannonball, or this big, like musket ball almost, in the creature's body. Yeah. And, like, that's what had corrupted it and, like, made it into this monster that attacked their village. Good. And Ashitaka, in the process of fighting the corrupted god, becomes corrupted himself. His arm gets attacked by this, poison, essentially, or this curse, and now he is corrupted as well, like the beast, and it strengthens his arm. So, like, when he fires, like, arrows, he now fires them, like, superhuman, like, strength and power. And so, like, he's tasked with from his tribe, because he's kicked out of his tribe because of this curse, to go on, like, a journey and find what had corrupted this boar, to figure out what happened and stop it. And he figures out, like, he goes to, the edge of almost, like, Hokkaido, and discovers that, more or less the modern. Oh, that was
a good save.
Anyways, he figures out that essentially the modern Japanese, have kind of came into the island and are producing a lot of like technology and new infrastructure in the region how it originally was uncivilized essentially. And the best way of describing like Princess Mononoke is essentially a story about the effects that the environment or like humans have on the environment and vice versa, and how the environment reacts to those effects.
Okay.
A lot of people would like say that Princess Mononoke is simply like an environmentalist narrative, but in a sense I wouldn't so much say it's that simple, because like it's a lot more complex in the sense that like the environment lashes out against humanity in response by like becoming corrupt and unusable to humanity, and so there's kind of more of this like duality of the relationships humanity and nature have with one another. Again, it's a Ghibli film, and it's probably one of the most mature of Hayao Miyazaki's films, but it's a very good film.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool.
What's No
shit.
Game?
No Game, No Life. That is another isekai or going to another world narrative, but unlike other isekai, that is about essentially these two like pro NEET gamers. So what a NEET is essentially, it's someone who stays in their house and never leaves their house, and just like stays home, plays video games, never leaves, has no job, is unemployed, all that stuff.
Okay.
And so in this story, it's about like these two NEETs who essentially are sucked into a video game world, but the video game world is all based around like games and like games of test and chance, or like essentially like card games and like like strategic games like chess and stuff, as opposed to like actual fighting. And because both of these people are like geniuses at games, in logical games and stuff like that. They like become almost like gods in this world because they're so powerful. But the thing is, because humanity has no special abilities to fight the other races in the world, they're like at a heavy disadvantage because other races can cheat against them and they can't do anything about it. These two Neets are so intelligent they can see through the deceptions of these other races and defeat them in like these games. And the narrative kind of focuses around how these two like Neets come into this world and like become like super good, like save humanity essentially from all these other races and their like abilities to like trick them in these games and stuff. It's pretty good. A lot of people like it, surprisingly. I would say I love it, but it's definitely a lot smarter than most of the other kind of in another world stories I've been talking about. I don't know if you would like it because there is a very big plot line surrounding essentially the main character, kind of one of the characters in the show, and being the main character's sister, and her also being a little girl and stuff like that. So you can already kind of infer where I'm getting to.
There's no way to jump.
But it depends, you know. I wouldn't say like again, it's a good show, but I wouldn't say it would be your cup of tea. It's interesting though, if you ever wanted to try it.
Okay.
I just warned you that again there is this whole like there is a relationship between that main character and his sister that isn't really like sexual in that context. It's just like at times implied like that, more just for fan service.
Okay. All right. Okay.
A lot of people like it though.
Why is there still level? Why is this still going? I should have ended the episode by now. This shit should have been done, but no. Every level has to be 30 fucking minutes. Just wonderful.
It's only been 8 minutes though.
Fuck you, maybe. You ever think about that? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have spoken out in turn. That was very wrong of me as your employer. It was a bad idea. Shit, this fucking, just give it.
Get away from my one-up. Occult Academy. Another... Another one of...
thank you.
Another one of those, like, occult detective school shows. The only difference is it's a lot more focused on the occult side than the school side. And it's more of what you might call a Western formal academy as opposed to like the whole like Japanese school. It's more of like a prep school.
So you tell me there's not Japanese girls in sailor uniforms?
That's what we're gonna do in this game.
There are school uniforms, but they're not like
I'm worth it.
Sailor uniforms.
Yeah, they're not that.
They're not scandalous.
It's like it's not that. And honestly, have I explained to you where the sailor uniform comes from?
The Navy.
Yeah, it's a Navy uniform.
Yeah.
Can I tell a quick story? When me and John went out to go get you, we did it off camera in between episodes as well. Tomorrow, when we're recording this, is Fruitree's birthday, so we got him a couple gifts. I only bring it up because we went out and to go get... I got him a One Piece game. John got him the full season 1 manga of Sherlock Holmes.
No, the BBC... The manga adaptation of the BBC Sherlock show.
Yeah. But a Japanese manga.
Yes.
Anyways, we went into Hot Topic while we were like at a mall, and we saw, I think it was like a Stranger Things thing. Either way, it was this like it was this sailor schoolgirl outfit, and I was like, should we buy this for Fruitree? Should we just give this?
The answer was yes, but did not have $80 on it.
Yeah, it was money that we did not want to have to spend. So
what would happen if you brought your money together?
I think we was still short.
Yeah, you're still short.
Yeah, because I didn't bring my card with me. Oh no, I did. I just don't have money in my bank account. That's what it is. That much at least. Also, it was the factor of I'm not sure what Fruitree would get out of a schoolgirl outfit.
Other than going to an anime convention and cosplaying as a 3D Netflix live action show character.
Yeah.
Andrew, have you ever been to a convention of any kind, anime or not?
I actually have not.
I'm surprised. I figured at least you would have made it down once, at least for the experience of it.
Maybe someday we can all go to a convention.
I think really with conventions, I would say this: I would be down to go to conventions. I just have never gotten the chance to really like go to them or focus on going to them. I don't really mind it.
I think it could be a lot of fun.
An interesting experience. It'd be fun.
Be
you probably could get a lot of merchandise here from a lot of interesting creators, to say the least.
Yeah, we got a fucking Chaos Emerald. They, like, didn't at any point show that they got a Chaos Emerald, but they got a Chaos Emerald. Maybe they, like, just showed it at Omega when I looked away for, like, 1 second, but, like,
No, they were walking up to Omega with the weed.
When did they get the Emerald? At what
It wasn't
point?
shown on screen. It was off screen. You got the Emerald somehow.
Because, you know, fuck it.
I think, what was it? Who gave it to you? Mephistopheles?
No.
Memphis.
Yeah, I think that's who
Memphis,
gave it to you.
Tennessee.
No, I don't think he gave. No, he sent us to the future to get
That
rid of us.
fucking animation of, like, Knuckles walking up to Rouge for, like, 2 seconds and then walking back is so ridiculously, like, bad, but it's funny. Why is there another level?
What's Madoka Magica about? Wait, hang on. Little schoolgirls magic anime.
John,
Next show.
Madoka Magica is disturbing.
One Punch Man.
But it is a lot.
Is that One Punch Man?
Okay.
John doesn't even want to talk about
That's
Madoka
One Punch Man.
Magica.
I've
Guess we're
seen
still
One
going.
Punch
Fuck
Man.
it. You know, this is a long episode. Why not?
ReZero?
What about ReZero?
What is it?
That is another isekai show. The only difference with this one is it's about how can we send our protagonist into another world and have them have the worst life imaginable, like Andrew playing Shadow here.
Yeah.
So pretty much the main
So it's
character.
the opposite of most isekai characters.
Yeah, it's like he just dies a lot, and his special powers, he just comes back to life.
That's
He doesn't have like magic or anything. He just comes back to life.
So he
he
just-
dies horribly a gazillion times in the most like excruciating ways possible, and then yeah.
That's about
not
right.
gonna lie. That sounds a little bit interesting on the premise of, hey, just imagine like a normal isekai show, except like.
I'll say this: it gets tiring very quickly because the ways they kill the ways they kill Tsubasa increasingly become just more brutal and it just gets tiring to be honest, because it gets really brutal the ways that people die, and just particularly some people around him just die. It's just just brutal. It's just like the best way I describe these types of shows is quote torture porn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not joking with you. That's really what it becomes.
You see,
Not to be confused with BDSM.
no, the premise reminds me of another an episode of a show I watched where like there's no torture porn in it, but it's like the characters presented with a problem, and they solve the problem, except
Dude, kill me.
the character like solved the problem essentially. They end up like continuously dying to eventually solve it, you know. But instead of like torture porn, it's just like showing like the character like the resolve of the character just keep going through with the same plan over and over again because eventually it will work.
What was this show?
It's actually an episode of Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
One of I think the best episodes of New Who.
No.
Yeah, the problem is, and this is the thing, John, it's like, it is, again, it gets increasingly brutal. It's not like...
But in that episode of Doctor Who, it doesn't get brutal. It's just like...
Why? Why any of this? What the fuck? I'm okay.
Let's see here. What's recovery?
I hate when my voice gets like
Recovery
that.
of an MMO
Alright.
junkie?
Yeah.
That is a video game show again. The only difference is with this show is it's about a middle-aged office woman who quits her job to play a video game and then falls in love with this dude who is playing a little girl on the MMO. But is a decent dude. And she plays like a dashing young man on the MMO.
What am I supposed to do?
It is, John, I'll be honest with you, it's even funnier than you think, and it's beautiful. I love recovery of the of an MMO.
This video ends when I die, by the way. Probably gonna be soon, because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. Literally, I've tried everything.
You gotta like kill the worm
I'm
and then go through
trying.
it again.
I think I just need to avoid it.
Yeah, there
No,
you
don't
go.
die.
Dude, this shit sucks ass. And not in the fun way. It sucks a shitty ass. That's what this Alright?
What's
Hey.
Roka?
Roka is
Something with this.
is actually just a fantasy show, and that show pretty much is okay. It's interesting because it kind of is like based on like
this.
a Aztec fantasy
I was
world,
able to do something with these, but I literally don't know what.
but then
The
it
crystal
like
charges your shadow form.
yeah, it's based on like an Aztec fantasy
Oh,
world.
it's right here.
But it's kind of like a battle royale, is the best way of describing it. It's okay. Nothing I really would write home about, but it's good.
I did not.
There are still enemies in the area.
No, I'm supposed to, with this form, I'm supposed to be able to like blow up rocks with like RT, and it's not.
No, but that's a door that you can't progress unless all the enemies are dead.
Sure, I'll take your word for it. I don't know. Everything's gone to like immense shit mentally for me, and like I feel terrible, so it's just not going well.
Door open.
No, I know. I'm just.
And then there's Pokemon, the
There
unedited
isn't.
original Japanese version.
Oh yes, we've watched that before. You've seen that.
Yes.
You guys are talking about, for everyone at home who doesn't know.
Pokemon.
Oh,
We are
actual
talking about Pokemon.
I thought you were talking about Crony Kenshin or whatever it was.
Rurouni Kenshin? We're not talking about Rurouni Kenshin. We're talking about Pokemon the unedited version.
No, I get that now. Dude, I'm.
Oh, you can hit them and then get over there.
Yeah, I can. I am so close to just being done for tonight. Like, the reason I didn't end the episode to take a mental breather was because I know John has to leave in, like, not enough time for another episode. So I'm just gonna go until I die, and then we're done for this session.
What's RWBY?
You mean Ruby?
Oh, I actually heard about that.
Where is the U?
There
It's
is
the
no
W.
U. The name Ruby is formed off of beginning initials of the members of their team. Yeah, but Andrew, you've heard about Ruby?
Yeah, they have pops. Yeah.
I've actually been recently watching Ruby with a friend. It's pretty good. I like it.
It's a big one.
I'll say this much: it is not an anime, or like in the sense that it was not made by a Japanese company. It was made by Rooster Teeth as an American animator.
Really?
It's just very
Oh,
based on like Japanese like shonen
did not know
stuff. But yeah, it's American. It's all American.
Okay.
I did not know that.
But Ruby.
Is it better or worse than Avatar for an almost?
It is worse than Avatar. It is not bad. It's not a bad show. It's not a bad show.
We're talking about
but it is
Airbender,
not
Avatar.
as good as
Yeah.
Avatar: Last Airbender.
You like that show a lot?
Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yeah,
It is one of
I
my
enjoyed
favorite
it when I
shows.
watched it.
It's a good show.
Oh no, I haven't watched it in so many years, but I fucking adored it when I was younger.
Avatar is again. I have it on DVD.
It's a
I
great.
want to know about it.
Hell yeah! Oh, dude, it's incredible from what I remember. It's just solely what I remember though, because it's been a very long time. But it was one of my childhood shows, absolutely.
Yeah, but Ruby
I got hella into it.
is pretty good. It's about essentially this team of girls, and their collective initials stand for Ruby, and essentially these girls fight these things called Grimm. In this like kind of fantasy, like modern-esque fantasy world. And it's very like the show is very known for like action choreography and just it's really like just it's really crazy like action stuff.
Yeah.
It has a good plot for the most part, particularly in its middle seasons. And it's pretty good. A lot of people like it.
Is it over or is it ongoing?
I think it's ongoing still.
I haven't seen the most recent seasons.
From what I remember, it's pretty good.
Oh, fuck you.
And again, it's a American show, so.
Stein Zero? Why is that crossed out?
Steins Gate Zero?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, because you don't like it or something?
Steins Gate Zero. I do not like Steins Gate Zero. I could talk about that all day, but Steins Gate is like one of the best shows probably I've ever seen. It's an amazing show, Steins Gate. Steins Gate Zero really takes everything that Steins Gate was and kind of just throws it out the window. It makes Steins Gate into just really, the best way of describing it is just like a fan fiction.
A fan fiction?
Of its original property.
That's what one of my favorite animes turns into.
A fan fiction.
A fan fiction.
What would
Steins
that be?
Gate Zero. It's just because what happens is like all the story of Steins Gate Zero pretty much is just like it's what happens if Okabe didn't decide to save the red-haired girl. I forget. Oh my gosh, I forget her name off the top of my head. But Christina, I'll call her Christina. It's if Okabe decided not to save Christina and just give up. Mayuri never slapped him, got him into play, like say, get back into that time machine, go save Christina. If he never did that, and then Yeah, and he just seemed very, like, he stayed very depressed and mellow, and just pretty much the show goes off into weird directions with weird time plots where, like, oh, Okabe, you didn't do anything, so, like, the world went to shit, and the future world is really bad, and we see it, but it's kind of bad because it's literally just a fan fiction. Because it's like, all the characters now have these weird alternate plot lines that, like, make no sense to their characters, and they're just like, what? You know what I mean? There's like these really weird plot lines where, like, for example, Christina is now like a phone program that Okabe can like carry around, and she acts it is just like Christina, but like she's not Christina, so like we can like it's an excuse to say, oh, she never died, but like she did die in this timeline. You never
It's
say
like they
her.
wanted to continuously include her.
Yeah, and like that plot line goes nowhere because you'll understand if you watch a lot of stuff. It doesn't go anywhere. It's like a show that like it really just keeps jumping from plot point to plot point with some epic set pieces that just don't really hold up to the original property it was. This is really why I call it like a fan fiction, because it's really just like someone wrote it. And
Really? Dude, this shit, this fucking goddamn, this is shit. This is shit. I hate this. I hate every second. I hate every second. Whatever
What's
you were saying.
Sundays without G? Is that like Tuesdays with Maury?
Sundays Without God. That is an interesting little show. As the name implies, I think it's in a world where, like, no one can die anymore, and so they need these women called grave diggers to, like, bury people, like, magically to actually kill them. To put, like,
But if people
kill them.
I'm
But
literally
people
getting
can't
shot into a
die.
volcano.
And that's the thing, though. They, like, decay and, like, rot, and, like, they never heal. So, like, any damage they take will, like, never go away.
after a certain point in life, or
Period. Like, so if, like, I stub my toe will be stubbed, or, like, it will hurt forever, but I won't ever die.
that sounds really dumb.
That sounds like how I feel playing this game.
Well, honestly, there's a lot of
And I heard
fantasy
forever
stories
and
that
I'll
are
never
based
die.
around that. I'll say this, it is an interesting show. It's good. I liked it when I watched it, but, you know, I wouldn't say it would be, again, going back to it, like, I don't know if you would really go for it.
With me, concepts can like bring a show to life, or just kill it stone dead. You know?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I can be a lot the same way, but then at the same time, because I watch so much stuff, usually a concept won't put me down.
That was me.
As opposed to, like, execution and how well does the show handle what it is. Because, honestly, I'll be honest, if concepts killed me, I would have never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That is not my stuff. And there's a lot of things that I just would say, oh, I don't like that. Like, for example, yesterday I recently watched a movie called In the Mood for Love. It's a Cantonese film about, like, essentially this couple, or rather these two individuals who live very close to one another in this apartment in Hong Kong. And, like, they figure out that, like, their spouses are cheating on them, and so they say, oh, let's go cheat on our spouses. And, like, honestly, it's not a movie I would
Where am I?
watch, because it's so slowly paced. It's very methodical, very, like, focused in this very adult, very, like, middle-class way of living that I would never say is my cup of tea. But the reason why it's a beautiful film is its filmography is, like, second to none, and it's just beautiful. It really is just an awe-inspiring movie, to say the least. But, like, again, when it comes to concepts, I'm usually very open to stuff.
What?
You have to hit the ball.
Do I? Is that what I have to do now? Is that the bullshit they're trying to throw at me now?
Yeah. You're gonna be like 50% done with the game after this.
Dude, I'm gonna be like 35, 37.
Yeah, you're good for that one.
It's not like I'm trying to hit this, because I'm not. It's just the lock-on is fucking dog shit. Oh, there are enemies around that you need to hit? Lock you onto this ball for like 5 minutes. That's totally what you were wanting to do. Let me move. Let me move. Let me move. This is just the least fun thing ever. I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
How am I not? Okay, I thought I had no rings. I'm going to die though. Yep. Alright, cool.
Anyways,
I'm 3 minutes back in the level.
Ancient Magnus B.
Oh, Ancient Magus Bride? Ancient Magus Bride
Don't
is...
get too long of a tangent because this is about to end.
Best way to describe it very quickly is girl goes to Britain, finds British spirit thing, learns magic. Bam.
Japanese
Andrew?
schoolgirl does that.
That's 7 minutes
Pretty
down
much.
the drain.
Somehow she also
Hey,
is red hair.
31%. I told you after that whole level we would have been 50% done.
Next episode. More of this, I guess.
Hey, you have 6 lives.
Well, no, that's good.
You got 2/3 left. You got through a whole third. Shadow.
In like 3 hours. That's pretty good.
Anything I do with this is meaningless. None of it matters.
You're 31% through.
This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. We left the door open the entire episode.
I just can't wait till Fruitree starts playing, so A, you can be done, and B, Fruitree can like
Beat it in one episode.
Yeah, he'll beat it in 30 minutes flat, I'm calling it. He'll be that good. With silver.
Hey guys, I think we're done with Sonic 06.
Hey guys, I just single-handedly beat Sonic 06 in 10 minutes. It was a nice exercise.
Andrew just is like silent.
I'm gonna go sleep for a week.